Hello and welcome back to another episode of Truly Happy Juan. Ako po ulit si Eric Calugdan together with Sir Enrico Garcia. I used to be an IT consultant for Unisys and then I put up my own business called Infotext. Also, I am currently the CIO of Philpax and CTO of Sante. You can consider me as a serial entrepreneur, no? And si Sir Enrico naman used to be the retail operations manager of Shell and then became the country manager of Herbalife, and then became the director of operations of Avon, and one of the board of directors of the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. He is now a mindset coach and also the director for international operations of Sante. And few months back, no, during this quarantine, because of this COVID pandemic, kinontak ako ni Sir Enrico and sabi niya, Eric, ano ba yung mga pwede nating gawin, no, para matulungan naman yung mga kababayan natin na hindi lang bad news, kundi ma-inspire din sila. Paano ba, no, maging world class, no, na Pinoy. So dinidiscuss natin dito sa Truly Happy One is world class Pinoy excellence, no? So again, welcome to Truly Happy One. We do this every Saturdays at 5 p.m. via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. So if I were you, kung hindi pa nakalagay sa calendar mo, lagay mo na sa calendar mo. Saturdays at 5 p.m. watch Truly Happy One. Ayan. And before we start our main topic for this week, let us know where you are watching from. If you're watching from Mandaluyong, type nyo na dyan sa comment section sa Facebook, watching from Mandaluyong, no? Or if you're watching from Dubai, lagay nyo na rin watching from Dubai. And you can also type it sa chat section dyan sa YouTube. And during our discussion, kung meron kayong mga questions or feedback, no, type nyo lang sa chat and comments and we'll try to answer those questions later during our webinar. And feel free to like, comment, and tag your friends sa comment section na rin sa Facebook para kung sa tingin nyo makakatulong itong ating episode today sa inyong mga kaibigan, tag nyo na sila, no? And you can share them and para wala kayong ma-miss na mga episodes sa mga succeeding weeks, no? Make sure that you subscribe nandiyan sa baba ng YouTube. May red subscribe button. Libre po mag-subscribe, walang bayad yan. So click on subscribe and click on the bell button. Okay. So thank you for watching. Maan Kayab is watching us, Sir Enrico. And
Oy, thank you,
Oliver
man.
Dizon and of course Sharon Kalugdan is watching. Thank you po for
Wow.
watching. So ang topic natin this week, no, is about wealth creation model for everyone. So Sir Enrico, ano ba tong wealth creation model for everyone?
Yeah, good afternoon, Eric, and good afternoon to our viewers, the early viewers. No? So, related to dun sa last week, remember yung diniscuss mo yung
Mhm.
plan ABC, di ba? Like
Yes.
yun lang how you create your wealth, di ba? Employee, self-employed, di ba? And then, of course, yung plan C. Now, alam na natin to. What we will be showing is nothing new. Pero, there might be, especially within the context of yung nangyayari sa atin worldwide, di ba? Where people
Mhm.
are, there's a lot of uncertainty, Eric, right? People have lost jobs, people have, businesses have closed in different industries. So in other words, talagang, na-disrupt ang maraming industries, di ba? And in many ways, di ba,
Mhm.
our ways of thinking about business and how we create wealth has been impacted, di ba? And being
Correct.
challenged, di ba? So, I
Mhm.
don't know if that helps, but yan yung pinaka parang context nung gusto natin pag-usapan ngayon, di ba?
Okay. Napaka-interesting nitong ating topic. So, kita na ba natin yung ating first slide?
Yes, so ang bago mo pakita yung
Okay.
slide, what we really just
Yes.
want to take you through, ulitin ko lang, this is nothing new. You already know this, but what will be important here is yung insights, okay? Yung putting the
Mhm.
information together and how can we make wealth creation, in a powerful and meaningful way available to everyone. It's already available. It already is
Mhm.
accessible. Kaya lang nga siguro hindi siya na i-frame ng tama or ng maayos para ma-realize ng tao na meron ng ways to become included in the world economy.
Correct.
Di ba? Sige,
Baka
umpisa
nandun
na
pa sila
natin.
sa lumang paraan pa ng pagiging
Yes,
included. Ayan.
yes. You
Okay.
are correct. Now, everybody knows Robert Kiyosaki, and this is his cash flow quadrant. Hindi ko na ano yun, ang simple lang dito, and kung may question, kung hindi alam, no problem, you can easily pick up this book. But what you really want to be able to do is from the E and S on the left, nakikita naman lahat yun, is to really go to the business owner. Yan, yung inaano ni Eric. Yung people work with you. Ang pag-aari mo, isang sistema. This is what we mentioned last week, the importance of a leveraged income. And we will give some examples, traditional business and other models, di ba? Alam na to ng lahat. Alam na to. This is nothing new, di ba? I want to emphasize that. But what we need to talk about is how do we shift our mindset and to really take advantage of what is existing na. Hindi na to theory, existing na. Di ba? And perhaps why
Mhm.
people are not taking advantage. Di ba? So, Eric, ito
Correct.
yung plan. Plan A is employee. Plan B is self-employed. Plan C is
Correct.
business owner. Di ba? And then, the moment
Yes,
you
correct.
become a business owner, you can invest your money. Di ba?
Mhm.
So, wealth
Correct.
creation muna. How do you create your wealth? Di ba? So, yan yun. Sige, next slide.
Okay, next slide tayo.
Okay.
Ayan.
All I want to show, it's the same quadrant, pero tignan mo yung difference. Ito yung key difference we need to really internalize. We know it intellectually, yet when we implement it, there's a lot of hesitation. I think intellectually everybody knows. Yeah, I'd rather get 1% of 100 people, which is on the right side, the northeast. Okay, if you look at the quadrant
Mhm.
northeast, yan kung saan nilalagay ni Eric, as compared to 100% of yourself. 'Di ba? I think obvious naman 'yun na syempre you only have 24 hours, 'di ba? So kahit hindi ka na matulog, there's only 24 hours you can squeeze in a day, 'di ba? Yet on the other side, if
Mhm.
you start to think this way, you have a system, people work for you, not just for you but for their own interest too. You can multiply or leverage your effort through other people's time. And yet they also benefit. So that's the first, 'di ba? Yun yung how we create wealth. Yun yung unang kailangan. Oo nga, no? I can have many people doing little things. I'm guiding them. They're also benefiting and all of us win. Baka may question ka doon, Eric. Kasi
Correct.
that's very simple. Pero if you stop to really think, oo nga, no? Eh kung may 100 na Eric kasama ko, ang daming magagawa nun.
Yes. Actually, yan nga, very related po siya dun sa last episode natin, no, yung Plan ABC. By the way, sa ating mga viewers, kung na-miss niyo yung episode na yon, yung 3 ways to earn income or Plan ABC, nasa description nitong video yung link doon. It's episode number 39. Nasa episode 40 na tayo, sir. Nasa 40s na tayo ngayon. So, episode
Yay!
39 yon, pwede niyong balikan. Nasa link ng yung link doon nasa description nitong video, no? Yung isang very important dito kasi ako talagang bina-value ko yung time, no? Lagi ko sinasabi nga yan na time is gold. Hindi mo pwedeng ibalik yung oras. Pwede mong ibalik yung perang nawala, no? Pwedeng bumalik sa yon, pero yung oras na nawala, hindi mo na talaga maibabalik. So, dito sa chart ni Robert Kiyosaki, no, ng ESBI nga, yung pinaka-importante sa akin na line is ito yung trading time for money versus income not dependent on your presence. So, ito yung talagang goal natin, no? So, ako nagsimula rin ako dito sa employee, tapos nagtumalon ako ng self-employment. Dito ako tumagal, medyo mahigit 10 years ako dito, hanggang sa umabot sa point na pwede na akong tumalon dito sa B side, no? So, yun yung usual na flow niya. You start at E, tapos S, tapos B, tapos later on I, no? And yun, yung isa rin na malaking difference din nito is yun nga yung leverage na tinatawag, no? So instead of putting in 100% of yourself, 'di ba? Yun nga, dahil wala kang leverage, better na meron kang leverage whether people yung leverage mo or money yung leverage mo. That's yun nga, 1% lang yung sa'yo, 1% of you times 100 people. 'di ba? Yun yung ito talaga yung ideal na lifestyle, 'di ba? Ayan. Nanonood din sa atin, sir, Philip Ko, Kat
Oy, thank
Dizon,
you.
Joe Baisa, and Donna
Wow.
Rafisa. Ayan, nanonood po sa atin.
Oh,
Ayan, sabi ni
hello.
Maan, watching from Marikina, loving the checkered team. Oo nga, nagkataon, di ba? Nagulat din si Enrico,
Nagkataon.
nagkataon. Nag-match kami
Correct,
ng suot. Watching from Quezon
correct.
City, si Oliver Dizon. From Mandaluyong, si Buenafe Frias.
Oh,
Ayan.
hi,
And
buena
also
fe.
Philip Ko from
Philip.
Quezon City. Ayan.
Yes, Philip. Yeah,
Thank you po
yeah.
for watching. Sige, sir.
Wonderful. Okay, so yun yung ano, 'di ba? Nothing new. This is already matagal na 'to. Pero ang kailangan natin anuin, paano nga ba natin 'to? How can we transition, 'di ba? And makikita nyo why do we want to tell everyone? Kasi this is what I call the great equalizer. Yung makikita nyo yung business model na kahit sino pwede. Okay, and I will express my
Mhm.
opinion later. People may not agree with it. That is okay. So we will just express our opinion on what model can we use para nga, people can create this wealth for them. Okay, there's several. Let's take a look.
Sige,
Okay,
sir.
some samples.
Next slide.
Ito, please watch it on Netflix. I've seen this. I'm rewatching it again, and you know those golden arches. And ba't natin pinag-uusapan to? Kasi this is in 1954, middle of the 20th century. This man, si Ray Kroc, yung nakita niya dun sa San Bernardino, nung McDonald's brothers, was not the burger. Ang na-realize niya, nung nakita niya yung operation nila, wow, tingnan mo yung mga nag-ano ng burger, mga estudyante, hindi naman marunong magluto yun. So what he saw was a system. Lalo nung tinur siya ng magkapatid, na in 30 seconds, nandun na yung burger. Tinur siya, pinakita sa kanya. 2 pickle sa bawat, ano yun, Eric? 2 pickles. Tapos gumawa sila ng device, may
Mhm.
precise volume ng mustard and ketchup. Ang nakita ni Ray Kroc was the system and how that system could be repeated across many stores. Immediately yun yung nakita niya. Even the McDonald's brothers were not yet but he saw it. So okay, anong
Mhm.
relationship nito, 'di ba? Nakita kaagad ni Mr. Ray Kroc paano niya male-leverage, 'di ba? Not the person but the system. Yung sistema ang
Mhm.
magpapalaki ng negosyo. Kasi nga, kung nakasalalay sa isang tao, that person is only one. You can only be in one place, di ba? So you can't.
Correct.
So very clear in his
Mahirap
mind. Sige,
magkaroon ng restaurant na very dependent sa isang chef lang, 'di ba? Or yung tagaluto. Kaya maraming mga mom and pop na restaurants or mga shops na nahihirapang mag-expand dahil masyado sila naging dependent sa isang tagaluto or sa isang chef. 'Di ba?
maganda
Tama
yung
ba 'yon,
sinabi
Sir
mo.
Enrico?
Maganda yung sinabi mo, Eric, kasi syempre we take pride. Hindi, si chef lang nakakagawa niyan. Of course, kung yun lang naman ang gusto mo, I mean, if it's, you just want one branch, that's okay. That's okay, di ba? I mean, some
Mhm.
people, yun yung passion nila. But yun na nga, ganun na nangyari kay McDonald's brothers. When Ray Kroc met them and he was suggesting, palalakihin ko to, natakot yung magkapatid. Kasi sabi nila, paano ko makontrol
Mhm.
yung quality? Paano ko masigurado na
Mhm.
hindi maglalasa ng iba? Di ba? And yet, they had a
Mhm.
system. So, si Ray Kroc, nakita niya kagad, posible to. It doesn't mean it's easy. You will have challenges, but he saw that. Okay? So, 'di ba, they
Correct.
take risks, 'di ba? And yan, nababasa nyo, 'di ba? Talagang he could, ang nakita nga niya, when you watch this, 'di ba? Yung sabi niya, yung cross sa mga building at saka yung flag sa taas ng building. Sabi niya, yung golden arches could be that. Kasi symbolic
Mm.
yung cross para sa Christian
Oo.
Catholic world.
Church. Oo.
Yung flag naman were institutions of America. So sa niya, the golden arches
Oo.
can be where America comes together. It's about family. Ang
Maganda
ganda
yung
nung ano
vision
niya.
niya. Oo, may vision na
Oo,
agad siya.
meron.
Oo.
He saw it right away. But panoorin nyo. It's excellent. It will give you
Mhm.
an understanding as to what this gentleman saw very early, middle of the 20th century. Sige, next.
Nasa Netflix to, sir, no? Ang title is Founder,
Yes.
tama ba?
Yes,
Sa
founder, yeah.
Netflix.
Yeah.
Ayan.
And
Founder ang
I'm
title.
yes, I'm showing this because the McDonald's brothers showed this to Mr. Ray Kroc. It was a concept, kumbaga futuristic view. Tapos sabi niya, ano yung ganyan na yan? Yung golden
Mhm.
arches. This was before he had this realization. So, they already had a vision. Pero yung brothers, gusto lang nila doon lang sa California. Si Mr. Ray Kroc, sabi niya, hindi, yung buong
Mm.
Amerika. Nakita niya to.
Mm.
So I'm trying to paint the of
Mhm.
this guy was already in that quadrant. Kung mag-isip, mind you, he was a struggling salesman. Mind you, he
Mm.
even when he signed the contract, he wasn't making money. The franchisee was making money, pero mali siya in he didn't structure the contract well. He wasn't making money. So the point I'm trying to make is, but his thinking was ahead. Nandun na siya sa quadrant,
Mm.
Eric.
Dun sa B. Oo, sa
Nandun
B
na.
quadrant.
Correct.
Oo.
Hindi siya interesado maging self-employed lang.
Mm.
Yeah, he had to make some changes and there were struggles, but the mind was already there. Of course, you know where he is today, right? Okay. So,
Correct.
that's
Correct.
that's one model. Okay. Ang problema dito, obviously, with this model is napakamahal maging franchisee ng McDo. Di ba?
Mhm.
Yun lang ang downside today, di ba? It is a system that you're buying.
Correct.
Sige, next slide. Gusto ko lang
Next
i-highlight
slide.
yung, oo, ito si Mr. Ray Kroc, di ba? Look at what his aim was, di ba? Repeat business based on the system's reputation rather than on the quality of a single store or operator. Ito, Eric, crucial to eh. Ito yung sinabi mo eh. Kung ikaw lang ang pwedeng sumulat ng program, eh, de wala na. You're only as good as 100% of Eric,
Of yourself.
right?
Oo.
Of yourself. Okay?
Correct.
But if you want to really,
Mm.
and dito yung consistency, yung reliance on a system. Di ba? Na kailangan
Mhm.
sundin yun ng franchisee. Kasi yun yung mag-ensure ng consistency, efficiency, lahat. Di ba? Kaya nga sa
Mhm.
McDo, papasok ka sa Hamburger University. Di ba? May university sila. Para kang
Correct.
mag-aaral. Not to make the best burgers, but the system.
Para malaman yung sistema, kung paano siya gawin. No, yung
Yes.
step-by-step process.
Right.
Oo.
Watch
So,
the
mas
movie na
importante talaga mag-focus
system
sa system. Yes. Ayan.
para
Si Joe
ma-okay.
Baisa, sabi niya, "Hi, Sir Eric, Sir Enrico. Watching from
Ay,
GMA Cavite naman siya." Wow.
oo, Joe, salamat. Salamat sa iyong
Oo.
panood sa amin. Salamat. At saka makikita mo, ito yung industriya na, sa tingin ko, sa opinion ko, isang magandang industriya na para magawa nga yung B quadrant, di ba? Yung
Yes.
business owner. So, yan yung kay Ray Kroc. Tama siya. As early as then.
Mhm.
Sige. Yung
So,
author
focus
nung,
on a system, no? Look for the
yes.
system.
Now, okay, so that's one way to create wealth, creating leverage. There are many others. Real estate is also, 'di ba? May building ka, may paupahan ka, that's also, 'di ba? Ang ano lang noon is syempre
Mhm.
bibilhin mo, 'di ba? You need to put a lot of money, 'di ba? So, but it will give you the same. You're able to leverage, 'di ba? Now, the
Mhm.
author of those wonderful books is a very strong supporter, or recommends network marketing, which is again nothing new. In fact, most
Mhm.
people know about this, pero sadly, karamihan siguro, 'di ba, in a negative way. 'Di ba? 'Di ba, Eric?
Yes.
Generally negative ang
Oo.
perception sa network marketing, not because of the
Mhm.
companies, because of some of the distributors of these different companies, which sadly meron naman talagang iba
Mhm.
hindi maayos yung the way they do business. Kaya nagkaroon ng bad
Mhm.
image, 'di ba? Or reputation.
Correct.
Ironically, Eric, ito yung sistema na mababa ang sinasabi nga niya, no, napakababa ng entry. Hindi ka kailangang maglabas ng $1 million for a franchise, for a McDo.
Mhm.
Even Potato Corner
Mhm.
nga was what, 300,000, 250 franchise fee. Potato Corner,
Mhm.
'di ba? Binibili
Correct.
mo yung sistema. So, hindi talaga kaya ng ordinary person. Kaya natin sinasabi, wealth
Mhm.
creation model for everyone, nandyan na yan. We have. And there are a few good network marketing or direct selling
Yes.
companies. You have to choose the right
Correct.
one. Di ba? May
Mhm.
maayos, merong hindi maayos. Pero mababa ang entry fee, the risks are lower, and ito yung key. Education and support nandun na. Nandun na yung sistema.
Mhm.
I'm talking about the industry. I'm not talking about a particular company. From local to foreign companies, they have it already. So, Eric, ito
Correct.
yung great equalizer. Ito yung
Agree.
regardless of your educational background, regardless of your ethnicity or your religious background or even your political affiliation, you can be a nobody when you get into this industry and become somebody if you work at it, di ba?
Yes. Very important po 'yun, yung word na 'yun, if you work at it, 'no? Kaya maraming mga puwede natin sabihing nasunog, nadala, 'no, sa mga ganitong klase ng businesses. Although may benefits talaga siya, sabi nga ni Robert Kiyosaki, 'di ba, na puwedeng ito yung gamitin mo as your B quadrant, 'no? Why? Because it's a lot yung entry is a lot lower, yung risk mo since lower yung entry, yung risk mo is also lower. Tapos may kasama na rin siyang education and support, 'no? Ang dami niyang benefits. Pero, yun nga, yung pinaka-operative and most important word talaga dun sa sinabi ni Sir Enrico is if you work on it. Because it will only work if you work it. It will not
Correct.
work if you do not work it. So pag may nagsabi sa inyo na sali ka dito, ito yung the best network marketing, sali ka lang, tas upo ka lang, next month meron ka ng kita. Kapag pag sinabi nila yon, nako, napakalaking red flag na yon. No, no, huwag kayong papasok sa ganon. In fact, meron akong episode previously, no, tungkol dito nga on how to choose the right direct selling company, no. Kung yun yung plan mo to enter the B quadrant, meron akong episode sa YouTube channel. Search nyo lang sa YouTube channel ko, no, how to look for the right direct selling company. Nandun siya. Merong checklist, no, na standard from the Direct Selling Association of the Philippines. Yun yung dinidiscuss natin dun sa episode na yun. Para malaman nyo, para ma-filter nyo, paano mo ba malalaman, no, kung legit or hindi, kung ito ba yung tamang direct selling company para sa'yo. In fact, doon kami nagkakilala or doon kami naging close ni Sir Enrico. No? Naging part kami ng isang direct selling company and magkasama kami both in the support and education part nung company na yon. No? In fact, hanggang ngayon, di ba? We're still together because of this industry. No? Kaya napakalaking pasasalamat namin and itong Truly Happy One is also part of our parang giving back, no, to the public, to the society dahil napakalaking benefits na na-provide sa amin, no, ng industry na to. In fact, yun nga, minsan sinasabi ko rin Sir Enrico, no, sa ibang mga kaibigan ko sa ganitong na nag-iisip na pumasok sa ganitong industry, um, puwedeng malugi ako dun sa let's say nag-join ako so naglabas ako ng pera. Puwedeng malugi ako dahil let's say hindi ako kumita, hindi ako nakapagbenta, no. Pero yung training and support, yung mga bagay na natutunan ko dahil dun sa training and support ng company na kung saan tayo kasama is more than, no, yung ininvest ko or pinasok ko na pera dahil yung mga yon, yung mga nuggets of wisdom na yun, hindi mo siya talaga matututunan sa eskwelahan, 'di ba? Hindi mo siya matututunan sa regular education, no? Talagang kakaiba itong mga training and support na meron itong mga industries na 'to. Isa na
Right.
doon, si Sir Enrico Garcia.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Eric, I want to show the last slide kasi magtataka siguro.
Okay, sige
Bakit
sir.
bakit yun yung last slide? Magugulat sila, 'di ba? After
Ayan,
this, 'di
last
ba?
slide natin ay yan.
Oh, okay, alam natin lahat 'to. Ito yung American dream. Okay, so parang Sasabihin niyo siguro, anong connection nun dun sa pinag-uusapan natin? Ito po yung connection. Alam nyo, yung direct selling or network marketing is kino-compare ko yan to the American dream. Ano ba yung American dream? Many years ago, sabihin na natin, in the middle of the 20th century, maraming tao from Europe and other parts of the world pumunta sa Amerika. It was the new world, di ba? Where kahit sino ka, talunan ka dun sa bansa mo, pumunta ka sa Amerika dahil ang pangako ng Amerika no, nung American dream was regardless of race, color, ethnicity, if you were willing to work, that country provides and encourages people to be bold, entrepreneurial, do everything, 'di ba? Innovation. You have Tesla, who is an Eastern European who went to America. Carnegie. You have Levi Strauss, di ba? All from Europe. And they had their backgrounds. They were not big people, not big names, ordinary. Some of them not even educated. Yet, they all prospered in America dahil that was the new world which was an open free trade basta magtrabaho ka. Okay. The American dream equivalent in my opinion is the direct selling or network marketing industry. Kahit saan ka nang galing, kahit anong probinsya, kahit 10 beses ka nalugi, kahit never ka nakapag-negosyo, kahit hindi ka nakapagtapos, kahit hindi ka makapag-English, kahit hindi ka marunong ng lahat ng bagay, hindi niya tinitignan yun. Basta willing kang matuto, sumunod, gawin yung dapat gawin, pwede kang mag-succeed. And Eric, we know in across all the companies worldwide,
Yes.
there's always so many evidences and proof that this works, that this is the great American dream, the great equalizer, the
Correct.
wealth creation model for everyone. Diba?
Correct. Yes, agree. Oo. So, sa ating mga viewers, no, kung meron kayong mga questions or feedback, type nyo dyan sa comment section sa Facebook or chat dyan sa YouTube, no? And yun nga, sa mga industries or even sa ibang mga companies, no, sa ganitong industry, marami kaming mga stories na narinig, no, at nakilala itong mga tao na to na dating waiter, no, na kung sa standards lang ng community, eh talagang no chance, 'di ba? Pero ngayon, talagang somebody na, 'di ba? Siya na yung naging influential person sa kanilang lugar. Dating konduktor, 'di ba? Ngayon naka-suit na, 'di ba? May sarili ng
Correct.
sasakyan. Dating security guard, 'di ba? Marami mga ganong mga kwento dahil dito sa direct selling. And again, it will only happen if you work on it, no? And yun nga, yung US din, 'di ba? Sinasabi nila lagi, yung American dream or US, no, is the place of opportunity. Very important yung word na opportunity. Hindi nila sinabi na it's a place of security. Kasi opportunity means you have to grab that opportunity. Kailangan may action kang gagawin. Hindi yun basta-basta opportunity lang. It's an opportunity, pero baliwala siya kung hindi mo i-grab yung opportunity, no? Kung gusto mo ng security lang at wala kang gagawin, uupo ka lang, no? Merong maximum security na tinatawag sa kulungan. 3 meals a day doon. Yun ang maximum security, di ba?
Correct.
Pero ngayon,
Correct.
yun nga, hindi na natin alam, lalo na dahil sa pandemic. Kahit yung sinasabi nilang job security, wala na rin ganun. No? Hindi mo malalaman talaga. Yun yung isang natutunan natin dito sa pandemic, no? Na wala na talagang walang 100% secure, walang 100% sure. Pero merong isang sigurado. Kapag nagtrabaho ka, kapag tinrabaho mo, no, itong mga ganitong industry, talagang magiging successful ka. 'Di ba, Sir Enrico?
Yes, thank you, Eric. So, yun yung natin that now, tama yung kay Eric, more than ever, mas ano pa nga yung ating itong industry nito. Opinion namin to, of course. Many people may not share the same, but here is very clear kasi the question is, sige, I want to create wealth through leverage, and how do I do it? Ito na. It's already there. This is not new. In fact nga, most people probably don't even want to touch this industry. Ironically, it is the great equalizer nga eh. Di ba? Hindi ka tatanungin kung saan ka nanggaling, kung anong pangalan mo, anong eskwela ka nagtapos. Basta
Correct.
willing ka. Eh, where else can you? It's the great American dream nga, di ba? Na walang tinitignan. Basta handa ka magtrabaho, matuto, at i-apply mo lahat. You can have your own dream. We can have the Filipino dream, di ba? Of creating
Yes.
wealth through leverage. Yeah,
Correct. Ayan, sabi po ni Buenafe Frias, create wealth by putting money on things that appreciate and avoid those that depreciate.
of
Tama
course.
rin. Ito yung sa I naman, 'di ba? Yung I quadrant, no, na yung pera mo should be placed on things that appreciate in value, 'di ba? Hindi yun sa nagde-depreciate in value. Sabi ng isang Facebook user, I agree, the secret key is indeed in the power of leveraging. Leveraging time, leveraging resources, leveraging through other people. So this was the crux of the business for Ray Kroc. Eric and Enrico, you are doing a good job. Your names almost rhyme. Kudos. Oo nga, actually.
Salamat.
So anyways, oo. No, yung yun nga no, leveraging through other people. In fact, yung mga malalaking mga businesses ngayon, nandiyan si McDo, si Jollibee, yung Jollibee Group of Companies, nandiyan yung Ayala Group of Companies, no, yung mga TAN, mga C, no, etc. They are actually leveraging on other people, yung mga employees nila, 'di ba?
Correct.
So yun yung leveraging na tinatawag. Pero yun nga, sa ganong klaseng business medyo mataas masyado yung entry, no? Masyadong mataas yung capital na kailangan kapag ganong model. Pero meron pang ibang way of leveraging with other people, that is nga direct selling. Pero ang maganda sa direct selling is lahat kayo, 'di ba, nagbe-benefit. Hindi lang yung may-ari, hindi lang yung nandun sa top yung nagbe-benefit, kundi lahat nagbe-benefit. Yun yung maganda sa direct selling. And yun nga yung meron kayong term na ginagamit dun, sir, eh, yung ano ba yun? Ultimate, parang related sa credit, meritocracy. Ayun. 'Di
Yes,
ba?
meritocracy. Oh, in
Oo.
other words, it's the benefits, the rewards are meritocracy based. Ibig sabihin based on your effort. Kung sino magpasok ng effort,
Mhm.
edi syempre the rewards come to them. 'Di ba? Walang seniority sa
Correct.
korporasyon, hindi pa pwede 'yun. Syempre may seniority. Ito nga, walang seniority. You can come in today and outdo somebody who has been there for a year because you're willing to work very hard. So, kaya nga wealth
Mhm.
creation model for everyone. Literally, everyone.
Yes. Ayan. Sabi ni Joe Baisa, direct selling is the best. Correct,
Amen,
actually.
Joe.
In
Correct,
fact,
yes.
kung natutunan ko yung model, in fact actually nagsimula na ako kahit nung college pa lang eh. Hindi pa hindi pa uso 'yan. Nung college pa lang, talagang sinimulan ko na yung direct selling na 'yan, no? Eh, kung ano-anong product siya, etc. Pero yung talagang nakita ko yung big picture and yung parang full-scale benefits niya, nito na lang nung magkasama na tayo, Sir Enrico, no? And sa lahat ng mga business models na napasukan ko, yung pagiging employed, self-employed, sariling business, etc., yung the best talaga is yung direct selling na business model. May question
Yes.
si Benefifria, sabi niya, are wealth only gauged by its monetary value or are there might be other values considered?
Oh, well, syempre, it's not just monetary. And in fact, si Eric mentioned that kanina, no, Buenafe. It's, aside from the monetary, it's the person that you become, eh. Di ba? Yung sinasabi nga ni Eric, yung learnings, di ba? Not just on the skill set, but even on your personal development. You become a better person in your own home, in your community, and of course, to your group, your team, and to a large extent, your community, and ultimately, your country. You become a force for good, right? By your leadership, that you acquire those skills from the industry, because this is a lot of mentorship, a lot of coaching, and a lot of very humbling moments where you have to learn how to become a better person if you are to lead. I hope that answers the question. Yeah.
Correct, no? Actually, aside from that, meron din tinatawag na financial freedom, no? So yung financial freedom, ang mini-measure niya is yun nga, monetary, no? Na do you have enough money hanggang sa mag-retire ka, hanggang sa, end of life mo na, let's say, 100 years old, no? Na wala ka nang aalalahanin monetarily. Meron ding isa pa, na time freedom. Yun yung next level at yun yung actually ina-aspire ko rin na maabot, no? So you have both financial freedom and time freedom. If you have both, no, yun yung ultimate retirement, no, na lifestyle na goal ko is yun nga, you can do whatever you want with whomever you want, anytime you want. No? Hindi yung may ibang tao na magdidikta sa'yo kailan ka pwede magbakasyon. No? Kahit mag-file ka ng bakasyon, pwede pang ma-disapprove yung bakasyon na yon. At
Yeah.
hindi ka abot sa point na yon, no? Kapag ganun. So, aside from monetary, which is financial freedom, we also consider time freedom din. And you can
Yeah.
only achieve yung time freedom if you have leverage nga na tinatawag. 'Di ba yung graph kanina na 100% of you or 1% of you times 100, no? Yun yung leveraging. And kapag meron kang leveraging na tinatawag, that's the only time that you will achieve time freedom. 'Di ba? Tama ba, Sir Enrico?
Yes, of course. So, thank you for the question, Buena Fe. So, yun yung importante. First, balikan natin, di ba, yung shift muna, how you create wealth. Yun yung una eh. Kasi kung stuck pa rin
Mhm.
tayo, the traditional, or sabihin na natin na condition tayo na empleyado or ano, again, hindi masama yun. We're just saying may limitations yun. Di ba? Lalo na ngayon, alam na natin na merong way. And there's a very inexpensive way to do it. Di ba? Kaya nga we're talking, that's why the title of our topic today is Wealth Creation Model for Everyone. Kasi nga wala siya nung
Yes.
kailangan may scholastic record ka, kailangan galing ka sa private school, kailangan may MBA ka, kailangan
Walang ganong
lahat
requirement.
wala eh.
Yes.
Kaya ang ganda
Sa ngayon,
nito.
ang nakikita kong requirement na lang is you have to be 18 years old and above. Yun lang.
Correct.
'Di ba? Oo.
Correct. Which applies to anything anyway that
Yes.
you're gonna do, whether it's a job, a profession. So ganun din, di ba? Baka may
Correct,
questions
correct.
ba?
Kaya may
Yeah.
question. Yes, may question pa. Any practical knowledge, sir, Enrico, on how many generations can a good wealth from direct selling last?
Oh, wow. There are many companies that have been there, Buena Fe, for, we owe it to Amway that paved the way. And wow, they've been there in the 50s. So they're still around. I used to work for Herbalife. Herbalife was founded in 1980. Avon, even if it's been acquired by another entity, has been around for almost 140 years. 140.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
140 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Ganun na katagal yan.
That's
Matagal
140.
na yan.
Grabe. Parang
Yes, yes.
parang four generations na 'yon.
Correct. Correct. Matagal na. Because
Yes,
when I was
and
there,
ang
yeah,
maganda no yes, ang maganda sa ganitong industry sa direct selling, yung passive income na tinatawag, 'di ba? Aabot sa point na nando'n ka sa level na meron ka ng passive income, no? Na yun nga, 1% na lang yung effort na ipuput mo, pero yung income mo is 100% pa rin. Yung passive income na yon, pwede mong ipamana sa mga anak
correct.
mo. 'Di ba, Sir
Correct.
Enrico? Hindi siya
Correct.
katulad ng self-employed, alam ba, may sarili kang business na pinapatakbo. Hindi siya katulad no na kapag may sarili kang business, pwede mo ipamana sa mga anak mo. Pwede, pero kung tatanggapin ng mga anak mo, 'di ba? Kung gusto nilang patakbuhin yung business niyo, kung ayaw nila, wala ka ng choice. Pero sa direct selling, papasok at papasok yung income na yun. Kahit pumasok ka na sa heaven, yung income mo papasok pa rin sa mga anak mo. Pwede siyang ipamana sa mga anak mo. 'Di ba, Sir Enrico?
Exactly. Exactly. Buti na paalala mo, Eric. May family friend kami. Nalungkot kami. Kasi third generation na. Tumanda na yung second,
Mhm.
papasa ng third generation. It's to your point. The third generation, nobody wanted to take over the business. So they ended up selling it.
Mm.
It's a big
Mhm.
big business in the Philippines, but nobody wanted it. Kasi nga ang layo na nung generation, iba na yung aspiration nung third generation. Ayaw nila nung traditional
Mhm.
business na yun. So napilitan yung pamilya, since walang magte-take over, ibenta na lang natin. Binenta nila. So,
Mm.
yun yung sinasabi ni Eric, yeah. They may not be interested or, they might want to carve down for themselves, di ba? So, those are we're not saying it's bad. It's just that, yun nga, di ba? Gusto mo man
Yun yung
ipasa,
isa sa mga disadvantages nun. Oo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Correct. Yeah, may isa pa question dito. There's a saying about wealth, no? That the first generation makes the money, tapos yung second spends it, and then the third sees none of it. No, is this
Oh,
somehow true with some stories, Sir Enrico?
yes. I don't know, Eric, if
Exactly
you
yung
remember.
sinabi nyo kanina.
That's one, but there's another one, yung kung saan ko
Mhm.
yung isa, it's a laboratory. And tuwang-tuwa ako, pupunta ako
Mhm.
dun kasi kausap ko, 78-year-old, siya yung CEO nung laboratory, very reputable.
Wow.
Pero sabi ko, "Sir,
Mhm.
ang sarap niyo naman pag golf-golf, twice twice a week kasi malapit lang siya, eh." Sabi niya, "Oo nga, eh, but I can't even retire." Sabi ko, "Bakit po?" "Because the third generation, nobody wants to run this." That's over 100 years na yun, Eric. Oh,
Wow.
local company,
Mhm.
laboratory,
Mhm.
local company yun. Nobody wants to take over. Ang gusto lang nung isa, yung IT lang. Ayaw niya yung buong, he just wants to run the IT
Buong
department.
business.
But, oo, ayaw niya nung CEO. So sabi niya, I can't even
Mhm.
retire. None of the third generation want to take over. They have no interest. So,
Mhm.
sabi niya, what do I do with this? Diba? That was many years ago. I was still in Herbalife. Sabi niya,
Correct.
kaya hindi raw siya makapag-retire. They're debating nga, ano bang gagawin natin? Kasi nga, wala namang mag-take over.
Mhm.
Eh, 78 na. Nandun pa siya. Grabe.
Siya pa rin active, no? Buti malakas
Siya,
pa rin siya at alert.
yes. Pero sabi niya, I
Mhm.
know, I want to pass it on kasi siyempre naman 78 ka na, no? Pero sabi niya,
Mhm.
nobody will run it. Sabi niya,
Mhm.
matindi yung problema namin, nobody will run it. Di ba?
Correct.
So, yun yung
Kaya
answer ko.
hanap ng iba-ibang mga options, no? Kapag ganun yung mga challenges natin. Sabi ni Buenafe, true wealth comes from God-given ability to produce it, as said in Deuteronomy, where its purposes will last very long as God favors. Amen.
Of course.
Correct.
Amen. Of course. Yeah.
Ayan. And yung isa sa mga abilities na yon can be your communication abilities, 'di ba? Your selling abilities, no? And yun yung ipoproduce niya. Yun yung wealth na ipoproduce niya. It can be your person-to-person communication abilities, 'di ba? Your social abilities, no? So yun yung pwede nating itap, no? To create itong quadrant B nga natin, 'di ba? Ayan. So kung may questions kayo, continue to type in sa comment section sa Facebook or chat dyan sa YouTube. Doc Billy is also watching us. Thank you po, Doc, for
Oy, wow.
watching.
Thank you, Doc.
Ayan.
Yeah. Salamat. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Eric, baka
So
may
isa
question ka?
pang
Ah,
ayan. So at this point, we'll have question for our audience. Yan nga, what are your takeaways for our topic for today? So,
ah,
sa akin ang takeaway ko would be yun nga no, yung sa quadrant ni cash flow quadrant ni Robert Kiyosaki. You can start to be an employee, yung first quadrant. Yung second is yung self-employed, which is yun hindi nangyari sa akin. Pero yung goal nga no, is to move from the left side to the right side, from active income to passive income, no, as much as possible and as early as possible. And yun nga, out of the B quadrant options din, which diniscuss ko rin dun sa mga previous plan ABC natin, yung mga options could be, yun nga, having your own big business, no, or having properties for rental, pero masyadong malaki yung entry point sa ganun. And yung isa talaga, which is related sa topic natin today, no, which is a model for everyone, no, na hindi prohibitive yung entry point, yung capital na kailangan. And that is nga the direct selling or network marketing industry. Ang importante lang talaga is alam mo kung paano mag-check. Alam mo kung paano piliin yung tama na direct selling company para sa iyo, no? For your ideals, for your passion, for your principles, and the products that you will be using. Yan. Sabi ni Buenafe, it is good to develop a wealth-oriented mindset with direct selling, etc. But we should balance it off with our spiritual and family life. Correct, no?
of
In fact,
course.
yung direct selling, ang pinopromote talaga ng direct selling is really balanced. Minsan nga integrated work and family life. and also spiritual life. In fact, naalala ko tuloy, isa dun sa mga trainings natin, sabi ni Evelyn, yes, correct. Naalala ko dun sa isa sa mga trainings natin, Sir Enrico, no, na itong business na to talaga, you can do all you can, no? Hard work talaga. Pero if it's not the God's timing, it won't happen. So, ito yung ano talaga, palakasan ng loob,
Yeah.
pasipagan, at also palakasan ng faith. 'Di ba? Dito talaga
Yes.
matetest yung faith mo sa industry na to. Kaya very important na hindi ka lang masipag, dapat malakas din ang iyong faith. Ayan. If one, sabi ni Benefe, if one has a good idea like direct selling, is it wise to invest money as soon as you get it? Tama ba?
Hmm. If one has good idea like direct, yeah, yeah, of course. The best time to act is now, di ba? So if you do, yeah,
Mm-mm.
then yes, you should, di ba? So just like anything, of course, gawin mo yung due diligence mo, sabi nga ni Eric, against your values, against your principles, against, yung passion mo. Kasi kung hindi mo naman passion, then syempre, di ba? You probably will not bring out your best. So it's just like anything, it has to line up also with what you believe in and what you really passionate about, diba? So the moment that lines up, then yeah, definitely go for it, diba? So yes, thank you for the questions, Buena Fe. Yeah.
Yan. Evelyn is also watching. Evelyn Castaneda, sabi niya, hi
Oh
po.
yes,
Ayan.
hi Evelyn. Yeah.
And takeaway ni Benefit, takeaway together with financial wealth, physical wealth, or health and social wealth or status should be taken into priority also. Yes, lalo
Yeah.
na ngayon, pandemic. Di ba? Everything, yung holistic nga, di ba? Isa sa mga episodes natin before, yung holistic health natin, yung kailangan natin ding i-focus.
Right,
Ayan. So,
right.
continue to type in your takeaways. No? Sir Enrico, anong summary natin for our topic for today?
Ako, nasabi na lahat. So sa akin, ito yung iano ko na meron tayong version ng American Dream, the Filipino Dream, and it is right in front of us. There are many great companies, local and foreign, in this industry. And if we really just begin to embrace and, of course, do our part, this is in my opinion, one of the yun nga, buti na palala mo. Ito yung talagang meritocracy. Ito yung great equalizer. Walang mayaman, malaking pangalan na kailangan dito. The great equalizer. Ito yung talagang perfect setup. It's really the wealth creation model available to everyone. But like Eric said, it's an opportunity. You have to grab it. It will not be just for you to secure your own future. You have to grab it. It's there and take and do all the leverage that you can. Yun yung takeaway ko.
Yes. Ayan, may magandang question dito, sir. How is direct selling affected by our pandemic times?
We were just talking about it, Eric. In fact, more than ever now, this is even in our opinion more relevant. It may have changed, wala kang face to face, but still, you now can help people. Many people have mental issues, right? Mental health issues, I should say, right? And yung uncertainty, and that's a lot of personal development, which is one of the key benefits of being involved with the direct selling company. So even just in the area of mental health, staying positive and celebrating other people, connecting with people, making them feel positive, celebrating their victories, wow, on that alone, that is even more relevant. Not to mention, of course, the products and the wonderful ability to create wealth, a leveraged wealth, right?
Correct. And aside from that, no, parang kanina or kagabi ko narinig din sa news na mahigit 1 milyon na yung nawalan ng trabaho. And anong gagawin ng mga nawalan ng trabaho, 'di ba? Yung direct selling, hindi sila pihikan, kumbaga kapag na-fire ka sa isang company, hindi kanila pipigilan na sumama doon sa company nila sa direct
Yeah.
selling. So ito yung opportunity talaga para sa kanila, yung mga natanggal sa trabaho, na retrench, etc. This can be a very viable opportunity, a very viable chance, no? And career para sa kanila, 'di ba? And aside from that, ganun din yung nangyari sa mga alam na nating malalaking industriya na franchise like yung Jollibee, yung McDo, etc. kumonti yung mga tao, 'di ba, sa mga restaurants na 'yon. Ang nangyari, dumami yung mga nagbebenta na nagluluto sa bahay, nagbebenta sa Facebook, no? That is one way, one style of direct selling kasi bumibili ka na lang doon sa pinakamalapit na nagsusupply, 'di ba? And ganun din sa ibang mga produkto na hindi pagkain, that is actually direct selling, 'di ba? Person to person selling instead
Yes.
of going to the mall, which is wala nang pumupunta ngayon sa mall, you go selling person to person. Kaya sa ganitong pandemic, no, mas lalong lumalaki actually ang direct selling. Mas naging viable, mas naging sensible, no, yung direct selling na industry. 'Di ba, Sir Enrico?
Absolutely, nakuha mo exactly. Yun talaga kasi yung direct selling, if you look at the definition, is yun na nga, it's going directly to the consumer outside of a retail environment. Yan ang definition eh. If you go to
Yes.
the World Federation or sa Direct Selling Association, yan yung definition ng direct selling. Now, within direct selling, nandun
Correct.
yung network marketing. Di ba? So yes, correct.
Mm-hmm. Yan. Isa pang takeaway na maganda rin. We should always be updated, informed, and knowledgeable because wisdom enables us to adapt to changes that creates wealth. No? And yun ang purpose ng Truly Happy One. Kaya kung gusto nyo, no, ng wisdom, no, para maging adaptable, ayan, tama yung mga keywords ni Benefe, we will give you updated information and knowledge dito sa Truly Happy One. Kaya make sure na you subscribe dito sa ating YouTube channel. Meron din pala tayong Facebook group, no? Yung link dun sa Facebook group natin, nasa description nitong video, yun yung pinaka-last na link. Just click on that para mapunta kayo dun sa Facebook group. And just join the group para updated kayo lagi. We can exchange ideas din doon sa Facebook group na yon. Okay? So, let us end. Hindi. Meron pa pala yung topic natin for next week. So, ayan. Ang topic natin next week is prosperity and inequality in our world today. So, konting introduction sa episode natin next week, Sir Enrico.
Right. Thank you, Eric. So, very interesting that we have created globally. Wealth has just increased so much, right? By leaps and bounds, right? Especially within the last 2 decades. Ironically, even as we have more billionaires now, ironically, the inequality is also increasing throughout the world. So nangyayari is you have a few people becoming billionaires, but you have a lot of people who's, in real terms, yung income and, inequality is just unbelievable. So it's a paradox, diba? You have that much prosperity, yet the inequality is also growing. So this will be a very interesting topic because there are some thoughts on countries and private and government organizations coming together to try and address this. And we briefly touched on this a couple of episodes ago. And again, this is linked also to our topic today because yun na nga, di ba? You need to have models of wealth creation that really include more people, di ba? So yung inclusion is something that is a very relevant topic in today's world.
Parang related din dito, sir, yung sinasabi nila na yung mga mayaman lalong yumayaman, tapos yung mga mahirap lalong humihirap.
Exactly. That's what's happening. Yeah. And we will show some...
Yan ang i-discuss natin. Bakit?
Right.
Next week. Yes. Okay. So let us end our Truly Happy One episode with our usual panatang makabayan. So itaas natin ang ating kanang kamay at bigkasin ang panatang makabayan. Iniibig ko ang Pilipinas, aking lupang sinilangan, tahanan ng aking lahi. Kinukupkup ako at tinutulungan upang maging malakas, masipag at marangal. Dahil mahal ko ang Pilipinas, diringgin ko ang payo ng aking mga magulang. Susundin ko ang tuntunin ng lipunan. Tutuparin ko ang tungkulin ng mamamayang makabayan. Naglilingkod, nag-aaral at nagdarasal ng buong katapatan. Ialay ko ang aking buhay, pangarap at pagsisikap sa bansang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat po and we will see you again